Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I am going to be doing the second part of my January 2018 DVD and Blu-ray update video. I did not realize that the video was going to be so long, so I figured I would split it up into two parts. So this part is specifically for the Blu-ray section. This I bought off of eBay, and I picked it up for, I think it was like $13 to $14, and I needed to upgrade one of my seasons because I only had one season, but I upgraded it, and so this is Downton Abbey seasons 1 through 3, and it also comes with an exclusive disc with bonus video, whatever that means. But I had the first season and I sold it for like $9 because the lady she was like, oh, I'll pay $3 per disc. So I was like, okay. So $9. So I pretty much got this season for like $6 out of pocket, and I got 2 extra seasons to upgrade. So that was pretty cool, and I look forward to watching that. Everyone that watches Downton Abbey really likes it. I did watch the first season quite a while ago because I'm pretty sure I bought the season on Black Friday, and I just never got around to watching the other ones, but I look forward to now that I have at least the first 3. Alright, so then I mentioned this before, but this is a movie called Standing Up. This was one of the Blu-rays that I picked up from the Dollar Tree sale, and it looked interesting. It's like about these kids who like get bullied at summer camp, and then they kind of become friends, and at least that's what I get from watching it, and it has something to do with bullying. So I look forward to watching that and seeing if it's good or not, because I mean those stories are usually pretty heartfelt and stuff, so we'll see if it lives up to some of the other ones like that. And then I also sold The Lost Boys. I had the first 3, well, the only 3 of the Lost Boys series, and I had sold those, so this is an upgrade to my collection. Anyway, so this is the 3-disc Lost Boys collection of the 3 Lost Boys movies. So you have the original, then you have Lost Boys, The Tribe, and then Lost Boys, The Thirst, which I haven't seen any of the Lost Boys movies, so I look forward to watching those. I don't necessarily like this 3-pack type of thing, but it is nice that each movie is on its own disc. So it just looks like they literally took the Blu-ray discs like out of their own cases and just added them to a single one. But it was cheap. It was only $10, so I figured I would pick it up and replace the 3 that I sold. This is another movie that I picked up from the Dollar Tree sale, and this is Mirror Mirror with Julia Roberts and Lily Collins. And I don't ever remember seeing too many things about this movie, like I remember when it came out, but I don't remember seeing too many things about it, so I don't really know if it's good or not. I assume that it's probably not the best because a lot of people, nobody's talking about it, so I imagine it's not as good. But I know that it did come out at a time where there was a lot of like live action Snow White kind of adaptations coming out. I know that The Huntsman, I think, came out around the same time. That movie came out, and I think there was one more. So it might have just gotten hidden in the mix of all the things. Alright, so then I got these from eBay, and I won't be able to show them all at once because they're kind of big. But I had I had the first 3 seasons, and I had sold the second season a long time ago off of eBay, and I just never got it. And then I had somebody that had asked about buying the other 2 seasons that I had, so I was like, let me look it up and see if I can buy them for cheap. It ended up not working out. But anyway, I went on eBay to see if I could find it cheap, and there was somebody selling the first 3 seasons on Blu-ray for, it was like $15 and for all 3 seasons, and I was like, heck yeah. So I bought that, even though I didn't end up selling them. But anyway, we have the first season of the Vampire Diaries, which I did try to watch at one point, and I don't know. I need to give it another shot because I got like almost all the way through and then stopped. So I definitely need to give that another shot. Then I have the second season, and these were all in like new condition and all of that. So I was very happy with being able to find them for such a cheap price. And then I also got the third season, which actually comes with the it's the Blu-ray, DVD, and Ultraviolet. So I was able to redeem the Ultraviolet, so that was cool. And then it also has 9 discs because it's also DVD, which doesn't necessarily make sense with Blu-ray TV shows when you buy them. Like, I don't understand why you would add a like Blu-ray DVD together. I don't know, it just doesn't make much sense. Anyway, and then I felt bad about not being able to find anything at the Dollar Trees, but it just so happened that the weekend was Big Lots 20% off friends and family sale. So I did go to Big Lots and I bought quite a few things, and you'll see them throughout the course of this Blu-ray, showing you the Blu-rays. But so they had 20% off, and then they also had this deal. Well, I had gotten an email from the rewards program saying that I had a rewards, and it was like $5 off of 15. And I had read the fine print and everything, and it said that you could use this $5 off of 15 for the 20% off sale. So I was like, heck yeah. So I had went, and I ended up picking up, I think it was 6 movies, which were supposed to be $19, and then after the 20% off, it was like $17, and then I don't know, I think altogether I ended up paying like $14 for it all, so it was actually a really good deal. So I picked this one up. This is I Love You Beth Cooper with Hayden Panettiere in it. I feel like I have seen parts of this movie but haven't watched it all. I have really been big into Hayden Panettiere because I've been playing the Until Dawn game, and she's a main character in that. So I figured I would definitely pick it up and give it a shot. And then we also have, okay, so this is one that I picked up from the Dollar Tree sale, and this is Robocop, the unrated director's cut. And I actually, when I picked this up, I didn't realize until I got home, but when I picked it up, it is the original Robocop, so this is technically an upgrade to my collection. But whenever I got it, I thought that it was the remake, so that was pretty, at least, nice that I was able to get an upgrade to my collection for so cheap. So these next two, I didn't really do that well of a job picking out my things, but for like Black Friday, I picked up a bunch of Sony titles, and with Sony titles, you can put the code, the digital copy code into the Sony website, and Sony Rewards website, and each movie that you get after 5 movies or codes that you put in of qualifying movies, then you get a free movie from Sony. So that was cool, and I had gotten quite a few over Black Friday, so I had 2 codes that I could use to get free movies. I didn't really plan it out well because I didn't pick movies that I could get more codes so I could be closer to other free movies, but I did pick up the Open Season 2, which I did get Open Season, I might have been last month or the month before, but I got the first Open Season at Big Lots, so I figured I'd pick up Open Season 2, and then also I got Open Season 3. Now I think the only one that I still need is Open Season Scared Silly, which I don't know technically how that plays into it, but that's the one I still need. I picked this up from Big Lots during the sale. This was a leftover from Black Friday, but this is the 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. So this is one of those parody movies, and I tend to really like the parody movies. I know that they're stupid and all of that, but it's fun to go through and watch them and then see what they're making fun of, like be able to pick out what they're making fun of. So I thought that was pretty cool. And figured I would give this one a shot because I've never seen this one, but which I also have never seen most of the movies in the title, so I don't know how well I will like it. Alright, so this next one is one that I also feel like not a lot of people liked, but I figured I'd pick it up and give it a shot because I do like the whole idea of Egypt. Even though this is more of like a biblical type of Egypt, I'm more interested in like Egyptology. But this is Exodus, Gods and Kings, and I feel like this was one that not a lot of people liked, but I'm not 100% sure because I know that there were like two very similar movies that came out around the same time. And I know one of them a lot of people didn't like, and I don't remember like quite what the other one is. But this was a Ridley Scott movie, and it's got Christian Bale in it, so I figured I would definitely give it a shot, and I picked it up for like less than $3, so because that was from the Big Lots sale as well. Then this one is an upgrade, and I probably didn't need to upgrade it, but I had sold the one that I had and was able to sell it for enough to cover the upgrade, which is usually pretty rare. But this is the brand new like collector's, what is it? It's the 15th anniversary collection of Firefly. So this is all embossed and stuff, and then there's like these weird little, I don't even know. This bottom one doesn't come off, but this top one does, and it's where the case is. So this actually comes with a little galaxy poster or whatever. What's it called? The map of the verse is what that's called, and it also comes with character cards for all of the characters, which I really won't go through and show you. And then it also comes with the discs, which unfortunately they are in this like sleeve packaging, but I'm not so worried about it being in a sleeve packaging with it being Blu-rays, because Blu-rays are naturally scratch resistant, or at least like lightly scratch resistant. So I'm not worried. I don't think they're going to get heavily scratched. Okay, so the next movie that I picked up is, I don't know if it's still considered the first movie, but I was pretty sure that it was considered the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But this is the Incredible Hulk, and I did spend a little bit more than I had anticipated, but I was able to get the lenticular cover and the blue Blu-ray case, so I was pretty happy with that. I had sold this movie, I don't even know, it was so long ago, and I was just now finally finally repurchased it. Alright, so the next thing that I got, I think it was right before I left to go to school, and I had went to Walmart just to see what was there or what I could find, because I had weirdly enough, during Black Friday, I had ordered a couple things from Walmart, and they weren't in store, so I did it ship to store and had my mom pick them up because I was leaving to go back to school. And so I did that, and they gave my mom these coupons for 50 cents off or whatever, and you could use two, so I had two of them, and I got $1 off, whatever. It wasn't that big of a deal, but I was trying to use those before I left, and I had went to Walmart and I had found this, and I thought that this was interesting, and it was really cheap. It was only like, I want to say it was $13 or $14, so I was like, heck yeah, I'll just do it, because I had wanted to see it, and I know that it is a very controversial movie series, because of the actions of the director. All I'm going to say on that is while I don't want to condone his actions, but I also don't want to punish everyone else who worked on this movie. And a lot of the time, which I don't remember where I heard it, but one of the people that I watched, I think it was maybe Nightmare Maven, but was saying something along the lines of when you're in Hollywood, a lot of people, you don't get roles regularly. So if you want to work, you pretty much have to take the roles that you can get. So I don't think that it's fair to punish all the people, all the crew, all the cast in this movie for reasons that weren't their fault. So I did buy this, and so with that being said, I was not a fan of this movie. It didn't make a whole lot of sense I probably need to go back and watch it, but this is Jeepers Creepers 3, if you hadn't already guessed. But I think I need to just go back and watch the entire series, because this one did not make a whole lot of sense. It was just very bizarre to me. This is the theatrical cut, which I thought was kind of weird that they didn't release like an unrated cut, but this is the theatrical cut. And yeah, I don't know. It was very bizarre. There was a lot of really weird camera stuff happening and a lot of weird storyline stuff. So I don't know. I probably need to watch it again and give it my full attention so then I can kind of figure out exactly. I need to watch it in order, because supposedly this movie takes place in between the first and second movie. So you've got the first movie, and then technically in the storyline it's this movie, and then it's the second movie. So maybe I need to watch it that way. But I am on the lookout for Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 from Scream Factory. I think Best Buy sells it, and it goes on sale quite often, so I'm going to have to see if I can find those. Preferably I'd like to get it with a slipcover. Since I got this one with a slipcover, I'd like to get the rest of them in there. But I don't know if that will be entirely possible. Alright, so then the next one that I picked up, this is from Amazon UK. And this, I think, is the only place that you can't get it in the United States on Blu-ray. But this is a Wolf Creek, based off of a true story, which is kind of true, kind of not. I haven't watched this in a long time, but I look forward to rewatching it. I remember watching it, and I specifically remember there's a scene where one of the characters gets stabbed in the back, and it severs her spinal cord, and the guy, the killer, is like, oh, now you're a head on a stick or something like that, which is really, really twisted, but I figured I would definitely pick it up. It is an upgrade to my collection, so I sold the DVD and I used the money that I got from that to buy that. And then this was from Big Lots again, part of their sale, and this is 22 Jump Street, which I haven't watched this one. I actually haven't watched the first 21 Jump Street, so I look forward to giving this a shot at some point as well. This is another upgrade to my collection. I had bought the Blu-ray, the first one, but when I bought it, I didn't realize that it was the Mill Creek version, which has no extras or anything on it. So I rebought the Sony version of it, and I had sold the Mill Creek version off of eBay, so I used that money and I bought the second one, which is the only two in the series that have been released on Blu-ray. But this is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. They haven't released, which I don't expect them to really release, but I will always know what you did last summer. I actually think that this is a cool movie. I like the whole like premise. I mean, it's not super realistic. The characters are a little dumb, but I like the whole like going to this abandoned. It's not even abandoned. It's a they go during the rainy season to this like resort, and I think that it's pretty cool. And I do like the I know what you did last summer series, so I figured I'd pick that up. This one was another one that I got this from Disney Movie Rewards, and I wish it came with the slip, which kind of sucks because it did come from Disney itself, but oh well. But this is the Disney Pixar short Toy Story that time forgot. And I also was a little disappointed because I guess I thought that this was like a full-length movie, but it's not. It is only 22 minutes long. So it was kind of weird. I don't know why they wouldn't have just added this as like an extra feature onto a movie, but oh well. I did pick it up, and it did come with the digital code, so that was interesting. And then next up we have, this is a upgrade to my collection as well. I did buy this at the Big Lots sale, but this is Rendition, and this has Jake Gyllenhaal, Reese Witherspoon, Meryl Streep in it. And I have not watched this, but I mostly picked this up because of, well, it was an upgrade and I needed some other things. And then I also really enjoy most of the movies that Jake Gyllenhaal is in, so I figured I would definitely give this a watch since I didn't watch it during the time that I had it on DVD. Alright, so then this is an interesting thing to my collection. This is actually the first that I have from this company, and I'm actually going to get another one in February, so be on the lookout for that. But this is my first Criterion Collection movie, and this is also an upgrade to my collection. I had this on the 30th edition Blu-ray. I figured that I would pick this one up and try to sell the other one, but this is The Breakfast Club from John Hughes. And I did watch this, and I actually I liked it. It was a little different than I expected it to be from everyone talking about it and stuff, but I did enjoy it. It does come with this little booklet essay thing. It says the brain, the athlete, the basket case, the princess, and the criminal. And it just kind of talks about the different things related to the movie. And then this thing on the back, they're kind of talking on Blu-ray.com, they were talking about if this was a spoiler, or not spoilers, but like little hints or whatever to the possible movies that they might be coming out with that are from John Hughes. And so there's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then 16 Candles was the other one. So it looks interesting. Some people are usually pretty split. They're like, we don't know if this is actually a like a hint or sneak peek of what they might be doing, or if it is just like some filler thing that they used. But that I'm happy to have, and I've got a new one coming this next month. So then also another interesting, this one I picked up from the Big Lots sale, and this is A Million Ways to Die in the West, unrated. So I actually didn't even realize that Liam Neeson was in this until I just looked at it. I had known that Charlize Theron and Seth MacFarlane were in it, but I totally never really even looked at Liam Neeson. But I did pick this up. It did come with a slipcover, so that is pretty cool. And then the last thing that I picked up, which I believe is actually the single most expensive thing that I bought this month, but it is in good reason, is the True Blood the complete series on Blu-ray. So I had seen this thing on Blu-rays.com that talked about there being a sale on this at Best Buy, and you could get it for $50. So I was like, heck yeah, I need to do that. By the time that I had seen it, they had like Amazon had price matched it, and I had missed that. And then also it was on Best Buy's website, but they were saying that you couldn't buy it on their website, that you had to go look for it in stores. So I was at home at the time, and we don't have a Best Buy. The closest Best Buy is like an hour away, and it was like a week before I came back, and I was like, crap. And then my brother decided to come back to school early, and I asked him if he would go get it, and he was being a douchebag and wouldn't do it for me. So the day that I came back, the first thing I did was come home and unpack, and then I went out and bought this. So here it is, and then it's got, so you've got Sookie, Eric, and Bill, and then you've got who is that? Andy and Tara and Jason. And then on this side, you've got Pam and Jessica and Alcide. And then on this side, you have Lafayette, Sam, and I do not remember her name, and I don't know why. But this is a slipcover. And you take the slipcover off, and you've got Sookie and Bill and Eric, and you've got the movies in here. So it's pretty cool. It did come with a digital copy for all of them, and so that was pretty nice. And I had just bought the second season on Blu-ray from eBay when I found out that I could get this, and I was a little disappointed, but I only paid like $7 for it, and it was an exclusive version, so it did come with like a exclusive disc. It was like a Target exclusive, so it did come with an exclusive disc, so I just added the exclusive disc into this, and I am going to try to sell my second season Blu-ray. But the exclusive disc is right here, and it's got the Paley Center panel with Alan Ball, Anna Paquin, Stephen Moyer, Alexander Skarsgård, Rutina Weasley, Ryan Cohen. But it's got the cast. It's got the Paley Center interview from the cast, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not like a super good exclusive, but it's something. But I am glad that I was able to pick it up, though, because I had probably the first 4 seasons, I think, and I had been slowly selling them because I wanted to get them on Blu-ray. And sometimes with doing single season things, it's a lot more expensive than if you were to just buy like a complete series. Like I got this for $50. Originally it's $250, so I got it at a $200 price cut. So that was pretty cool. But that was it for everything that I picked up. I know these are going to be long videos, so I'm very sorry about that. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about what I picked up. But for this haul, my Blu-rays, if you want to talk about my DVDs, you can talk about them here, you can talk about them on that video. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.